Okay. Welcome to the ninth episode of a Friday night talk show where we create the freshest memes, give you all the latest news, and help you get your week off to a great start. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, such as a kangaroo trapped in a power generator and a kangaroo attacking an alarm clock, this show has been on an unintentional break for the last 2 weeks. We do apologise. We are back to a normal schedule now. And hopefully we'll be here until the end of the season. Just a slight announcement though, in the future, if we do have special editions with Fnatic officials and other, prominent community members, we'll do them on Fridays instead of Sundays. It's quite a lot of work to have two shows in 1 week, and we'd rather have everyone present for one day rather than like a split audience.
Thank you for that introduction. So just to refresh your memories, guys, since you've most likely forgotten, I am Loki. I will be your host for this evening. I am, of course, joined once again by the infamous Broken Man himself, a mountain gypsy, lover of stars and fortune-telling, an advocate of points and systems and time bombs, a failed gambler. He has the man with the trigger, eats his food with a Naruto kunai. He is Lord Snorri, Pope the Dope, Maguire the Fourth. Thank you for joining me.
No problem, God. No problem.
So why don't you introduce our guest for this week?
Yep. Our guest for this week is one of the famous Brilliant Six, a legend in this Discord. He is a student of the ways of Photoshop, the OG emo tailor, the man who was robbed, and the proud owner of a laptop toaster hybrid, the robot whisperer. He is RME, me. We're gonna quickly get into the news as well. Get that covered. Get in there. The first episode of Hockey and Impressive Talk Show was hosted in Discord a long time ago now, but you'll be able to find the episode on YouTube from what I'm aware. I'm not entirely sure, but somewhere. Jacob stepped down and left Discord. Stepped down as a moderator and left Discord. Friends of Fnatic was announced. I'll post the Twitter link below so you can have a look. I believe there's an explanation on it. If you don't know what it is, it's like a streamer program for the Discord. So it is. Where people can sign up and join it. The Fnatic Workshop will be live soon as well. So you can check hashtag Fnatic Workshop channel for more details on what that will be and how you can get involved. Congratulations, by the way, to the winner of the giveaways held by Linden. Oh fuck this! Here comes the name butchering. Here comes. Shut up! Leave me alone. Amy and where Ricardo / Sylvan and Young Rat won themselves a jersey. Each from Photoshop skills. Mod's got one a Blackline hoodie, I think, from the MVP raffle, and Trapman won a Fnatic flag from the larger raffle, and Estelle won a Fnatic pin and keychain as an honourable mention. Thank you to them both for hosting the giveaway. It was much appreciated. I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. Fnatic have also announced limited edition World jersey. This does sound pretty like a sellout edition of a talk show, I'm not going to lie, but I just thought that the jersey does look cool enough to mention it. The jersey will no longer be available by the 18th of October, so check it out before then. Get yourself a jersey with a dragon on it, On other Fnatic news, the Fnatic Call of Duty team has sadly been released. As a result, the call channel has been removed now. And we have had a couple of new people as well who've joined us. I don't actually write names, so if I missed your name, it's not my fault. And if I'm going to butcher your name right here, it's also not my fault. Better English translations needed. Forest Rider, Swordjam, and Balsy? I don't know how you pronounce these names. They're very unusual to me. The Discord has also had a milestone. We have over 3,000 members in our Discord now. It's an awesome milestone for us to reach. The current tally is about 3,126 about something like that. And to show our appreciation, we now have a Minecraft server, which you can self-assign to in the hashtag Minecraft channel. If you have any ideas or feedback for it, you can hit me up or Boss up or any of the mods, Cake, Amy, hit them up for ideas. We'll try to get it in there, try to get it going. Just hashtag sellout, Fnatic are playing in the group stage of Worlds. Yeah, Fnatic are heading up. Fnatic are playing in the group stage of Worlds. So far, record is 0-2, unfortunately. As we've lost to Gam and Immortals. It's pretty unfortunate Worlds one, but maybe we'll come back. We believe. We also ran a prediction show last Wednesday. Wednesday. It was not recorded, unfortunately, but a special thanks to those who participated in it. If you have any ideas for talk shows like that or community events, DM us again. We'll try to get it going. Mod Scott meme. We have some terrible news that Mod Scott's memes were miscredited. So he's gone out on a rampage to rectify it. The man will provide no more memes, only memes of aggression and reward, until he is given the credit he deserves. We're also going to have to say, we're going to say farewell to some of our meme team as well. Pixie and Robert, who are no longer members of Fnatic, and the mod team have left. We wish to thank them all for their hard work and their dedication, and we wish them all the best at their new positions at G2. So try not to flame them for joining G2. They still love Fnatic, but don't worry. I know, but don't worry. They joined G2, so we did. We like to thank them for we would like to thank them for their service anyway. This isn't very Fnatic related, but our former player, oh fuck that! This is deliberately on purpose. Fuck you. It's fucking on purpose. This player, right, has left his position at PSG, and a result,
you can't just type it. You need to
fuck off. Go die. Yellowstar has left his position at PSG, and a result, the org is pulling out of League of Legends in general. Fnatic has also purchased itself a Rocket League team, which the channel for that will be up soon whenever the bot decides to start working again. The Bunker is actually also hosting a Halloween party called Fnatic of the Opera. Oh my god, my pronunciation is yitro dog shit. Fnatic of the Opera Masquerade Raid. Check out the Facebook page for more details on that, when it's happening, where it's happening. It's going to be in Bunker, obviously, but more details to come. And to my knowledge, we recently had a feedback channel up, so if you haven't filled anything in there, go fill it in, because I get a bit of cheeky feedback, Flame, race it. Oh, could I know? Flame, race it away. Go for it. Do whatever you need to do. Hit us with it. That's all for news, so we're going to move on. This week's story isn't by me. It's a tale of myths and legends with our boy, Loki X.
Thank you, Pope. Now, I really want to give a preface here. This is a pretty important story. What I'm about to tell you is a Discord legend, okay? This is a true story, perhaps one of the most important stories in our Discord's history. I want to take you back months ago to the very same night that the Tale of Wagons was revealed to us, okay? The very same day that Alexia first appeared to us. Now, our story begins on a late Tuesday night where a young man named Ruben came to us seeking help. I've never seen him so fearful in my life. I think he must have been in tears when he messaged us in general that day. Of course, if someone calls for help in our community, we answer. So what was the cause of his distress? The source of his sorrow? It was, of course, about a woman. You see, RME here was in love. Both he and this girl were madly in love, and, I don't know if she was in love with him, but they were both madly in love, and they were both coaching this team together, you see. This team that they were coaching had bought them a gift, okay? They were given this cinema gift cards, I think, as a thank you present for coaching them for the year. Now, here's the kicker. A few days after they were given this gift, this woman that Ruben RME is in love with, she says to her best friend, the date with Ruben has yet to come. Now, what does that tell you when a girl says to her best friend, the date with this person is yet to come? It surely means she's interested, right? So we're like, Ruben, you just have to ask her out when you see her. When you next see her, just ask her out. He's like, I don't know. I don't think I will. I look ugly. I don't know how to speak to people. I'm too scared. I'll get friend zoned, So then we say, okay, just text her then. Then he goes, I don't know. I don't have fingers. I don't know what a phone is. I'll get kicked out of my club. What do I even say to her? Let me tell you about RME, okay? Let me tell you about what the person we're dealing with is, right? This girl he's in love with, in their last match that they were coaching, she goes up to him, okay? And she's like, hey, I think I like the referee. Do you think that I should ask him out? And do you know what RME says to this girl that he's in love with? Yes, you should ask out the referee. I just want to pause for a second. Yeah, I know it's just so painful. Just to think that he did this. He actually said to this girl that you should go and ask out the referee. He's so lucky that referee had a girlfriend, because he just friend-zoned himself basically. So this is what we have to work with. But the thing is, hope isn't lost, because no girl says to her best friend, the date with Ruben hasn't happened yet. So surely that means something, right? So Stan says, just tell her I can be your personal coach, And then someone says, no, it should be funny. It should be a pickup line. So I dropped the, Is that a mirror in your pants? Because I could see myself in them, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that you should actually use it, but I'm just throwing it out there, you know what I mean? So, like... So we're trying to give him advice, you know, and then Pope just bursts in with his wagon story, literally just hijacks the night to rant about his wagons and his Tinder date. RME is just sitting there like, hello? Can we get back to my dating thing, please? No? Oh, okay. So Pope's advice to him is basically to make sure she knows he can lift the wagon, you know? That's all. That was his contribution for the night. So we eventually get back on track, and the entire time I'm giving him the best advice of his life, you know. I'm telling him everything he could do. I'm laying out the blueprint of what he should do, what he should say, how he can win this girl over. I give him the line, you know, the line to use. Just text her something to the effect of, hey, so when's our date happening? Bam. Easy, right? Or, you know, leave it a few days and then casually bring it up, like, oh, hey, we never went on that date, you know? So you'd think, like, perfect, right? But no, he needs extra convincing. So we end up in voice channels and enter Alexia for the first time ever in the Discord history. So here I am giving flawless relationship advice. Ruben, do this. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I'm not feeling your advice right now. 30 seconds later, Alexa literally says the exact same thing I said, and Ruben goes, oh my god, that's amazing. Wow, you're a genius, Alexia. What you said just changed my life. Oh my god. And the rest of the chat's like going nuts, like she's saying some revolutionary shit, and I'm just like, guys, what the fuck? I just said that like 5 minutes ago. Like not even 5 minutes ago, just 30 seconds ago. So I'm sitting here like, is anyone else seeing this, you know? Every single time I would say something, he'd be like, Loki, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I just don't know if I agree with you. Alexia says the exact same thing, word for word. And she's the second coming of Jesus. Like, the only one that's noticed this is Pope, and he's laughing as hard now as he is back then. He couldn't even type at the time because he was laughing so hard. So this is going on for hours, you know, literal hours. Everyone's giving him this advice. So eventually, the script is literally written for him, okay? It's literally written down. We're spending all this time getting his confidence up. He's ready, okay? Script written. Say this. Ask her out, okay? If she says no, then at least you'll know that she said no, and you have nothing to lose. It's just simple, you know? So he goes, okay, guys, I'll do it all tomorrow. I'm ready. Tomorrow comes, he doesn't ask her out. He doesn't ask her out. That was the last day of May, and we gave this advice to him, and he still hasn't asked her out to this very day. I have never been so tilted in my life, you know? Like, it's like working with Dutch. You know that Dutch is hopeless, but with RME, you know that you just think there's that little bit of hope that he would actually do it. But I can't believe it. I honestly can't. It tilts me to this day, but it's a bloody good story. I had to share it with you.
RME, do you disagree with anything that was said in the story? Is there any facts you want to contest, like Dutch did, you know?
I'm actually very, very surprised how much he got right. This is actually no, because when he told the same story in Berlin to our squad, he actually got a lot wrong. But this time he actually got a lot right. Although he did over exaggerate a lot when it came to like his own stuff. Because the funny thing was that not just I didn't like agree with what he was saying, but like everyone that was in the chat was like, you know, Loki, maybe okay, yeah, it's a good advice, but you know, maybe a little bit different. And then Alexia would say literally the exact same thing, but like differently worded. And then like the whole chat would just go nuts and would say like, "Oh my god, that's such a good advice." So yeah, I think the majority of the story was right. Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
In your defense, it's pretty true. Like the whole chat was like worshipping her for the same thing that I said. Like you would think that, you know, she'd probably just reading what I said, you know, she was thinking, you know what, that guy's got it right. I'm just going to rephrase it and hope no one notices. And it just worked. That's how Alexia got popular. I'm saying it right now.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I've never seen a man as triggered as Loki was that night. Like, he was just like to me. She said the exact same thing I said, but only later. What? I was just dying after. I couldn't contain it.
You know, the thing is, like, you should have even said, like, you should have stuck up for me. You should have been like, say that.
I couldn't. It was too funny. Just watching you get triggered was too funny for me. It was honestly a work of art.
Agreed. It was too funny to actually like say something about it.
Well, why don't we kick things off then with questions relating to that story, since it's like a perfect opener, because after all, it's a big reason why many of us are even here.
Very
So,
true.
Ruben, what would you say the moral of that story was?
The moral of that story. There's only one moral to be said, obviously. Just stay single. No.
Wait, seriously?
No, I guess like the moral of the story is just have more balls than I had at that time. Because I also learned a lot of that story, obviously. So yeah, just have more balls, and also don't mistype girls as girls. That's also a very good one. But yeah.
So why don't you tell me about this girl, like, because you never really described her, but what was it about her that you liked so much that made you so nervous?
Jesus Christ, I don't know. I mean, it's just like, everyone has been in love at some time, right? Or well, had a crush at some time, right? So, well, maybe some 12-year-olds not yet, but they will at some point. Like it's just like at that, like they don't even have to be like that good looking or anything, which she was, for the record. Don't worry. But like at that time, you just like that person just looks better on its own. So that's basically like that's the best description.
So it was just everything about her in that moment was perfect for you.
Yes. I mean, yeah, not everything, but like it wasn't perfect. Obviously, I knew that, but I didn't care.
Well, so Ruben, why were you making so many excuses at the time? Because it felt like every single time we would tell you to do something, you'd find a way to weasel your way out of it and not do it. So
Very
what
true.
was it?
That's actually true. Like I was looking for excuses, but again, I think everyone did that or does that when they're nervous, except for you because you just steal all the ladies. I know that, but you know, I guess I guess I knew it was already too late because I was already too late because that's a part of the story that isn't told by you because you know it's too late or it was too late at a point, but you never tell it. But it was too late at the point because I told you guys afterwards, like after everything had happened and basically after everything was done. Because like the gifting of the team had gifted us stuff and like stuff like that, but that all happened like weeks before or 1 week or 2 weeks before like the referee thing. So yeah, it was all like you mumble everything into one big story, but obviously that's not how things go in real life.
See, here's the thing. Like, why didn't you come to us earlier? You know, I think like we could have made this seriously happen if you just.
Probably, yeah. I should have. I think I should have gone to you guys early, but I didn't because I like to keep things private. And I think at the time that it all like started, I wasn't too close with you guys yet. So I guess that's why.
I suppose that night was maybe the turning point for you because I think like after that everyone was paying attention to you because every single day it was almost like, RME, did you ask her yet? Did you ask her out? Did you ask her? Like,
Very true. Yeah, yeah.
It'd be like a different person every single time, like all day long, just asking you, and every time the answer would of course be no. But like when you say it was too late, like what do you mean by it was too late? Because in my mind, I think like you still could have done it. You still could have pulled it off if you wanted to. Like, what made you think it was too late?
Okay, so yeah, I probably could have, but I'm not that type of guy, if you know what I mean. So that's one thing. But like other than that, it was just like everything that I told you guys, like had already happened like multiple days before. So it was pretty much too late to actually like interfere. And it was also like I think I told you guys at like a Friday night or something.
No, it was a Tuesday. I checked.
You checked. Okay.
That's why it's factor strip.
Wait, it was a Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Mandela effect then. What the fuck? Well then was okay. Then it probably wasn't too late actually.
See, this is what I'm saying. I actually think it wasn't too late. So if you could go
Oh
back.
wait, no, yeah, okay. So I asked you guys for help at a Tuesday, and then like that was the before like the not the last training, but the training on Friday was the last one. So the one on Tuesday was the one before that. And I guess like I actually had, I'm not gonna lie, I actually had a perfect opportunity at a training at Friday to like do what you asked me. And the moment was there, but then she actually started in like some weird intimate story of her. And like, yeah, after that happened, you know, you cannot just say, oh, and when are we going out? You know, that's not how that happens because it was a really intimate, like real personal story. And you cannot just like that's not the mood for it. So, and that's not an excuse actually. It was a really intimate story, which I'm not gonna tell because it's that intimate. But so
So, like, if you could take her on that date, like, use those coupons that you were given, what movie do you think you would have taken her to see if you did ask her out?
one that she liked. Like I wouldn't have cared which one it was, honestly. But I also don't know which ones were playing at that moment, so I have no idea. But like one that she liked.
See, so you weren't actually ever planning on going because you don't even remember what movies. You didn't even look to see what
Wait,
movies.
It's half a year ago. Honestly, it literally is half a year ago now. So, just saying.
I mean, okay, so why don't we go back to the referee then? The one that she asked you if she should ask out. Like, what was going through your mind when you told her to ask out the referee? Like, what compelled you, or what in your mind like told you it was a good idea to say that?
Nothing, I guess. It literally was like, I know. I guess it was like, okay, I've lost already, so you just do it, ask it. And I guess I also had like a gut feeling that she would be rejected, like quite hard, which she was in the end. So, but I think it was just like, okay, if you can say that to my face, then just I don't stand a chance anyway.
Do you think there's still hope for you two at all? Do you still talk to her at all?
No. I see her like sometimes at the club, but it's just like a hey, and then it's just that's it. So like even if I would try to initiate a story, like she would be in a hurry or something. It's nearly impossible to actually start a story or a conversation at that point. So no, I don't talk to her at all at the moment.
So would you say the magic is kind of gone then? Like it's definitely passed after all this time?
Yeah, I guess so. Which kind of sad because I really like her still, but shit happens.
So what advice would you give to people out there in a similar position to what you were in all those months ago?
Don't overthink shit because that's actually like the worst thing you can do, and just do it. Sponsored by Nike.
I was about to say, can we crowdfund a meetup for RME in this girl? DM me for PayPal information. Swear to God, the money will go towards RME and setting up this girl.
Obviously.
Not towards my bank account. Please don't do
Obviously. Actually, it should go to your bank account, but that's another story.
True. Well, unlike Loki, I'm gonna hit you with some chill questions. I'm gonna start simple. So, Raven, how did you get the name RME?
Okay, so RME actually is my real name, which is kind of funny because when I said this, like Loki was like, okay, but wait, how the fuck do you pronounce that? It's like Arby or like how the fuck do you pronounce that? And it actually is my real name, but it's like they are my initials. So my first name is Ruben. My second name is a Dutch name that you all can't pronounce, and my family name is Engelbrecht, which is the E. So that and like my middle name starts with an M. So that makes RME.
Fair enough. Are you saying I can't pronounce words, RME? No. I'm a master of pronunciation in this Discord. I can pronounce anything, dude.
Well, it's like a true Dutch name. But
Okay.
It's a Dutch version of Martin, basically, you could say. So, that's what you.
Fair enough. We asked Dutch a few weeks back what it's like living on a farm. From what I'm aware, you live closer to a city, don't you? Or do you also live in the country?
What did you say? Where I live?
Yeah, where do you live? Like we asked Dutch a couple of weeks back what it was like living on a farm. What do you have closer to a city?
Okay, so we have this thing called the Randstad in the Netherlands, which is basically the three biggest cities in the country, which is the place where I live with. So that's also why I have a constant of 15 ms in league.
It's good then. That's good. What's it like living in that sort of area? Is it good? Is it do you like it?
It's very good, and especially because you're very fast, like you're a real city person, right? Because when I was in London this summer, I actually like walked around like I was like someone that lived in London at that point, which is very funny. But it's just because I'm used to cities that much.
Yeah.
But it's very cool living there. But it's also very weird because you don't notice that you actually have an accent in Dutch, which we actually have. So we sometimes forget that, and we're sometimes a little bit full of ourselves because we think like the whole country is that part of the country.
I know how that feels,
That's why we always make fun of Bas because he lives at like the other side of the country. So we always make fun of him, like he lives there and we don't know him, and it's not even Dutch. So
Would you say that Dutch source is full of himself too?
obviously.
For Dutch source, he's not even on the talk show, and he's getting famed even more.
But that's basically the status of the Discord, though. Like our tagline should be "Flame Dutch."
Petition to get that going. I actually know the secret behind the picture of your cat profile picture, but why don't you explain to the rest, to everyone else here, why you actually have that picture?
Yeah. So first off, I want to ask you a question real quick. Did you play it?
No, I haven't played it yet.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. So my profile picture is kind of iconic right now. No, just kidding. But it's okay. So it's a cat, right? And a lot of people ask me like, actually, a lot of people have asked me like, where is your profile picture from? Yeah, look, it's a cat. And actually, like a lot of people think it's from like the anime, which I don't know the name of because I don't really watch anime. Just saying. I have no idea what it's. Sakamoto's son, I think it's the name of the cat, and it's a cat that looks like this, but it's not that cat. But it's a cat from a video game, which is one of my personal video games, apart from Zelda, is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, which is an NDS, and they ported it to iPads in HD, and that's one of my favorite games of all time, and that's where this cat is from.
So
and I'm not gonna say like what the cat actually like. I'm not, because that's a lot of spoilers and stuff. So yeah, it's from that game. If you want to know what specifically, you just gotta play the game. So I know, but
you've mentioned before, like you were a coach as well, weren't you?
A coach, yeah.
Yeah. What did you coach? And what was your favorite part about it?
Okay, so I coached a very, very Dutch thing called korfbal, which is a sport, actually. You wouldn't believe it, but it actually is. And it's sort of like a ripoff of basketball, you could say. But it's actually like it's like mixed teams as well. So it's very interesting. It's like the only true mixed gender sport in the world, I believe. It's some like, if I have to describe it, some sort of a mix between basketball and netball.
Yeah. Do you quite enjoy the sport yourself?
Yeah, I quite do. I've been playing it for 10 years right now. So it starts to be a little bit boring. But the good thing is that I can finally move clubs next year, because I will move to Amsterdam next year. So I will move in clubs because I won't travel 2 hours, go to my old club, obviously. So yeah. And you also asked like what favorite part about coaching.
Yeah.
I really like coaching because you don't have to be good for it, actually. Like a lot of people think you have to be good, be a good coach, and part of that is true, but it's not actually true, because you can see a lot more if you're in a different on the game. And I once told like one of the players, like, okay, you can actually like, I'm not actually looking at my own team when we're coaching. The only thing I'm looking, like 99% of the time, I'm actually watching the opponents, and I'm just thinking, okay, how can we counter what they are playing, basically. So it's a very interesting. It's a total different mindset than, for instance, like league coaching. You actually have to be good to coach, because otherwise, it's kind of useless to coach. But for like real sports coaching, you don't really necessarily need to be good.
Yeah. Do you play any other sports? Since you're a coach, you must be at least decently fit, if you know what I mean. Do you play any other sports, or is it just I can't pronounce the name of it, so I'm going to call it basketball. Like, I'm going to call it workball.
I thought you said like 5 minutes ago you were the master of pronunciations.
Only on the weekends, dude. And it's on the weekend. It's Friday. I don't have any alcohol. That's my actual
very fair. I would say the same.
Yeah.
So no, I don't play any sports other than esports.
Fair enough. Understandable. A lot of us here seem to enjoy esports. I asked Dutch this the other week. You're from Netherlands, and Dutch told me it wasn't true. But is it true that everyone just has bikes? Cars don't exist there. It's just a magical land. I have seen Dutch in a car, but that leads me to believe he's not actually from the Netherlands. So,
No. Okay, so cars actually don't exist in our country.
Yeah.
Obviously, and even if they will be flying in some time, they still won't be allowed.
Good. That's what I like to hear. I hear a country that's committed to its goals.
Fair answer though. We have too much car, so yeah, it's still like it sucks. But like the good thing about our country, in my opinion, is that we have a lot of well-designed rules in traffic. You wouldn't say it if you were here, but they exist. And one of it is like when you're on a bike, you actually have the same status in the traffic as a car. So it has like a lot of protection rules and stuff. So I really enjoy that part.
Yeah. Do you go to McDonald's much in the Netherlands?
No, but I will soon.
Okay.
One specific one as well.
The Dutch's specific McDonald's?
Obviously.
You're damn right. I was gonna say because I was gonna ask you, is the Maestro burger as good as Dutch says it is? But obviously, if you haven't had the Maestro burger, it's kind of hard to tell. If you know what I mean. So
yeah, no. So I haven't had like when I was young, I would go quite often. No, okay, it's not quite often, but I would go sometimes.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the chicken sensation, but then at some time they like actually took it away.
Yeah.
Don't sell it anymore anywhere, and so now I just don't go anymore.
What about if you have a choice between meeting up between Bass or Dutch, who would you pick and why?
This is such a hard question actually, because Dutch is Dutch, which is enough reason. But then on the other hand, Bas lives in the other side of the country, which also is a lot of reason to actually not. So if I have to choose between Bas and Dutch, I would probably choose Alexia.
Alexia?
Yeah, obviously. Or you. Or actually, no, wait. Actually, if I really have to choose, I would choose you.
Oh.
Because I know that in Amsterdam we can go for a very, very cool night out.
That would be pretty fucking good, dude. That was a fucking surprise answer. Like that was a fucking plot twist and a half. I did not expect that.
So you went from Alexia to you.
Dude, I consider that a personal honor, dude. Thank you, and we will get a night out.
I mean, I'm sorry. I just wanted to keep the meme alive, with Alexia and Dutch. But then I thought, like, if I really have to choose someone, I would probably choose you, because the night out with you, I mean, you can endure so much. So, and Amsterdam can also offer you a lot. So.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I've heard stories about Amsterdam. I've actually spoke to this a couple of times. You do travel quite a bit. Out of all the places you have been to, where was your favorite place to visit?
Okay, so this is actually quite difficult because there are a lot of factors in play there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think one of the favorite, it's definitely up there, was Berlin this summer.
Yeah.
But like not because Berlin is like that amazing of a place. It is a fun place, obviously, but it's not like the most amazing in the world. But it was because of the people that we were at that moment. On the other hand, like I've never traveled to the US or North America. Unfortunately, I've also not traveled to any Asian country. I've only traveled in Europe. So that limits quite a bit. If I would have to say like the most fun thing,
even if you want to give you like your top 3 places, that would be fine as well.
Okay, top 3 is probably easier. So my top 3 would probably be literally in any order. I don't really care. Berlin, London, and Paris, because those are just like the best places.
Yeah. If you had to live in the future, would you like to live in one of those places? Is that where you could see yourself living, or are you happy enough to stay in like the Netherlands?
Okay, so the thing is, I haven't told anyone because I've been quite absent from the server. I think last time, the last couple of days, months, weeks, years. But the reason is because I just started my study and I'm actually aiming for a job in esports. Not as a player, obviously, because everyone knows my status as a player, but as like some sort of manager status stuff kind of thing. So working in London or Berlin or Paris, would definitely be amazing to do. On the other hand, Barcelona would also be great. Or Amsterdam, very close to. No, I wouldn't. I think I would like working like the first 5 years maybe in Amsterdam. That would be fine, but then I would like want to go away. I wouldn't want to work there.
On note about where would you like to visit? Is there anywhere in particular that you've always wanted to visit but haven't got the chance to yet?
Obviously, Japan, Indonesia, because I'm partly Indonesian. Korea, obviously, spent the full night in the game bang, and probably somewhere in the US.
Yeah.
Because those really have been places that I haven't visited yet. But on the other hand, I'm just 18 years old, so I have all the time of my life yet.
I'm not gonna. I thought you said I stayed in the gangbang, and I was pretty confused for a second there. I was
for the information and for the records, I did say game Bang.
Okay.
Like the place, PC Bang. That's the
Yeah,
official.
PC
I'm sorry.
Bang.
The PC Bang. So that's what I said. Sorry for the confusion.
That's fine. That's fine. No, I knew you didn't, but I thought you said gangbang. I was like, what? I'm pretty confused.
Yeah. Sorry,
You're
guys.
going, you're going to university right now, aren't you?
Yes. Okay.
What are you studying?
I study so officially it's called communication science, I guess, but just translate it to science of communication.
Yep.
Uh,
What sort of inspired you to take that course? Was it like directly to link into esports, or was it?
no, like I didn't really want to work in esports before.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally was doubting what to study for like half a year, and then I suddenly saw communication science, and it just clicked, I guess.
Yeah.
And it also is like a very broad study. You can literally go everywhere you want afterwards. So I've thought, I don't really know what to want after this, so let's just do a broad study.
What do you actually do in communication science? Is a subject I've actually never heard of, honestly. Like, what do you actually do in the subject?
Okay, so you actually have multiple subjects, and partly it's like corporate communication, so that it's like internal communication within businesses. So that's what, for instance, Finlay from Fnatic does.
Yeah.
But next to that, you also have marketing, journalism, and basically everything that goes with communication.
Okay. How's the course been going so far?
Pretty good, but the first exams still have to they are next week. So if I would have been on the talk show next week, I would probably give a different answer.
What's been the best piece of a course so far for you? Is there anything that's very stuck out to you that you enjoyed?
So multiple things. Like last week, we learned about how politicians can manipulate population by media. Very interesting. And this week we learned about how the media can actually keep stereotypes in place without them actually intentionally doing so, which is very interesting as well.
So Ruben, you're kind of a mysterious person, because you don't give much away about yourself. So why don't you tell us a cool fact about yourself? Do you play any instruments? Do you have any hidden talents? Do you do any cool hobbies that you have?
So I played the guitar for a little while. Celebrity crushes. I do have one, yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, so I played the guitar for a little while, but I stopped with that 2 years ago because I had to focus on school. And my teacher actually stopped with teaching because of a different thing going on in his life. So I stopped with it and I actually can't really play anymore. So that kind of sucks. And I did start playing piano for a month or something. But then again, school, and I think I can only improvise at the moment. Very badly improvise, but sometimes sound good when I really want to.
What are some of the things that you do to pass the time when you're at university? Do you, apart from playing video games and watching Fnatic?
So passing the time, basically sitting in a train at the moment. Literally, that's the only thing I do at the moment. Basically, so I leave home, have a 2-hour train ride, then have university. I do nothing. I basically just learn there, and I go 2 hours back, and I just play League, and then I go to sleep. That's basically my daily schedule at the moment.
Do you find that schedule to be okay, or do you wish there was something more to it? And by the way, you can't just drop the celebrity crush thing in there. You can't hint at it without saying who it is. So you have to spill the beans on that one.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll tell you guys in a little while. Apart from that, obviously, I still play Corfball, so that counts, obviously. And the schedule is okay, I guess, at the moment. But I have been doing nothing for the past 3 months before I started university because of the final exam period and stuff in the Netherlands. So it's kind of hard to start again. Very difficult, but I'm enjoying it. So at the moment, I really don't really care, and I know how the grind goes while you're actually in school, and then at some point vacation comes, you're happy, you can play League all day.
Who would be your favorite celebrity crush, Pope, on that subject?
I don't actually know. I don't really follow that many celebrities, honestly.
It's Bio Daddy, obviously.
Oh, Bio Daddy is a man after my own heart. Because Drayden's e-bullying me, I'll say Anna Kendrick. There we go.
Okay, so
know who Anna Kendrick is, Pope?
Nope, not a clue. I legit don't have. I don't follow celebrities at all anymore.
Can someone post a picture in the chat?
She's the girl from that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, wasn't it? End of Watch, I think it was. Yeah, that's her.
It's the girl from Pitch Perfect.
No, I don't have a clue who this is. Sorry, my bad. You know, I literally know nothing about celebrities. Honestly, like I only know ones who I follow on Instagram, and I follow like maybe two.
He's more into e-girls, I'd say.
Yeah, you would be correct.
Obviously.
You would be correct statistically. You know.
So, RME, what would you say your favorite kind of food is?
My favorite kind of food. I actually this is actually horrible. So I was preparing a little bit, like on general questions that you can ask anyone,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually don't know what my favorite food. I have actually no clue. And this sounds very weird, but I know what I don't like. But like everything else, I like. I just kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea. I guess some sort of pancakes or something. I have no idea.
That's a man of impeccable taste. Pancakes are fucking delicious. Had them for breakfast this morning. Fucking good shit.
I know, right? And the Dutch ones are also very good.
I didn't even know Dutch had their own pancakes.
Obviously. Yes. True story. When I was in England, a lot of people were very surprised by the fact that we actually had in the Netherlands we have restaurants dedicated to pancakes. Like
Right?
you cannot buy anything else other than pancakes, and the little ones, the porridges.
That sounds fucking amazing. I actually
know.
want to go to Evergreen's even more now. That's so fucking keen.
So the only thing that I can take away from what you've just said is that people are starting to prepare for these shows now, because Lidden said the same thing when he was on the show as well. He's like, yeah, I was thinking about what kind of questions Loco would ask me as well. It's like, Pope, are we getting too predictable? Is that what it is?
No.
It's the old age, dude.
Not saying, like, for real though, I did not really prepare for this show, just saying. I did think a little bit about it, like, okay, what kind of questions can they ask? But I thought, fuck it, I'm just be surprised. But this was actually like for the introductions. I think I thought about this, like the introductions at the university and stuff.
Okay, I feel better now. So do you think you'd ever try Snuffle's dirt recipe?
No. How much I like him as a person, eating dirt just goes too far.
Okay, so you have to pick between eating Stan's snails or Snuffle's dirt. And if you don't eat anything, the girl that you love will die because Dutch will feed her poisoned chicken nuggets.
In this pure jealousy.
Unfortunately, that actually sounds like a legit scenario.
It is a legit scenario. This is actually just a test, We've been paid. This is a paid message.
Okay, oh gosh. So if I would have to choose, I would actually choose the snails. Because I know my dad does like them. So, that gives like kind of like advantage, I guess. So I would choose the snails.
Dutch is offended because I've questioned his chicken nugget serving skills.
You've questioned his integrity as a part of a McDonald's family.
I've clowned the clown. So what would you say is your least favorite food, Ruben?
So I don't know the English word for it.
Is this like bungo all over again?
No, dirt probably. But it's like the same. Like it looks like a cucumber, but it's the other one. That's. I don't know how your cucumbers look like, but.
Wait, fuck cucumber. Oh, I can't think of something completely different.
Dutch knows the word probably.
Dutch. What is the word this man is thinking of? As an expert in England.
It looks like a cucumber, but it isn't.
Say the Dutch word.
It tastes horrible. Yeah, that one as well. I don't like that one as well.
Yeah, that's grapefruit. Wait, is it? Wait, is aubergine? Yeah, aubergine's grapefruit. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the eggplant. It's horrible. I absolutely like it. Doesn't have taste at all. And then like the other one that also looks like cucumber. They actually both look like.
Say the name in Dutch and Dutch will translate first.
Well, the funny thing is, I also forgot the name in Dutch. So this is actually like I sometimes have these things where I don't know the English word.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Is it what Harry's posting in the chat?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it looks like that, and it tastes horrible.
Harry's so offended over this.
So do you cook much, RME, or do you just kind of like go home to?
So I can cook kinda, like the basic things, like pasta and stuff, but. No, I don't cook much. Unfortunately, I would love to be a good cook, but I can't.
Pope, what was it like? What was the kitchen utensil that you can't use? Is it you don't know how to use an oven or something? Was it a toaster?
No. Right, don't misquote me here. Hold on here. Right, we did not have a toasty maker in our home. Right, so basically, there's actually two parts of the story. We did not have a toasty maker in our home, so I used an iron with tinfoil, with tin right. So I made a sandwich, right, and put the cheese. I put the cheese in the sandwich, wrapped the tinfoil, the sandwich in the tinfoil, and then used the iron and pressed down the tinfoil. No, only for a second or two. Only for a second or two, not for too long. For a second or two, to make the cheese toasty.
That
So
makes it so much better, by the way.
it does, okay, because it didn't burn the house down. And the second of all, every time I go to cook food when my parents go away, our oven has no numbers on it, so it's a guessing game of if your food's cooked right or not, because you don't know where any of the numbers are in the oven, so you just have to guess what temperature it's at. And I'm a man who's too lazy to look at the oven every 10 minutes to check what's cooked, so I just put it to a good number, and yeah, just fucking go. I just play a risky game. If I die, I died well. I died happy.
So you play Russian roulette with the oven.
Yeah. Me and that Russian have a great. Me and that oven have a great relationship.
Did you say me and
Me and that Russian.
you and Russians have a great relationship?
That's true, we do. But that's a story for another time. Yeah.
Ruben, what do you think of Pope's cooking skills? Do you think you would ever eat anything served by him?
No, actually,
Yeah.
I like after hearing this, definitely not. Like, I would rather eat the dirt than that, obviously. But like, how can you survive? Like, how did you survive for this long? Honestly,
Well, you see, a couple of different ways. One time, I actually burnt my house down for kettle, but I'll talk about that another time. But like my cooking ability is fucking insane, dude. See if it's in a pan, it's fine. But see if it's in the oven, fuck, Jesus, like I'm gonna die. I'm probably gonna die of hunger. Like, I only started my diet because we had an oven, and our oven has no numbers. So everything I have to cook comes from a pan. We don't even have a microwave in our house. Like, CNS, it's made from CNS. It comes in delivery or it's pre-cooked. It's very hard to eat in our house. It's pretty good.
Wouldn't the solution therefore be to just buy a microwave?
I mean, it would be, but then I'd get too lazy. I wouldn't eat actual food.
But I mean, you're pretty lazy as it is, so it's not like it could get any worse.
But you see, like, imagine, right? I could eat those microwave cheeseburgers every day with a 383 calories, or I could go to the gym and eat an actual meal.
I respect it.
I
me
used to
too.
go into the gym, Oh, no, Flux, I've used that oven drunk many a time. It never goes well. I actually posted in a Snapchat group with my friends of me. Like, one time I made these tortilla wraps and I got stuck to the pan in the oven and I had to eat them off the pan in the oven. It was quite civilized.
So back to Ruben.
Yeah, back to
yeah.
You briefly mentioned that you played the guitar and that you tried to learn the piano for about a month.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that you're into music then, and I could guess that it's music that has to do with the guitar because maybe that's what inspired you. Shot in the dark.
Okay, so it didn't inspire me, but I really like music with the guitar as well. But I kind of like all music, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know either of them.
So so if you were to listen to one artist for the rest of your life, like who would your favorite be, and why would you pick them?
Okay, that's actually a tough choice because I would probably so either I'm actually hovering towards BTS at the moment because I know they will put out like good music. On the other hand, I haven't been a fan of them like for too long. So like for my true fan, my inner fan, probably Against the Current.
Mm-hmm.
Arya's super happy that you said BTS. She's like lost it inside.
Obviously.
She's like fangirling too hard. So what's it about BTS that you like so much?
Actually, I have no idea. So I started listening to them like a year ago, I guess. And it was at that moment like I enjoyed the music. I wasn't too much of a fan of them. And then I was like, okay, I really want to learn their names because it's kind like at that time like they all looked kind of similar to me. I just didn't know which one. Like I couldn't tell them apart. And then like I started learning the names, and then like yeah, exactly. The next day or the next like 2 days after that, like my full recommendation on YouTube, which is full of fan videos of BTS, and I made the mistake of clicking on one of them, and that's basically where I started.
So do you ever? So is it fair to say that like different languages aren't a problem for you because BTS is Korean? so you don't mind listening to songs that you may not necessarily understand.
No, yeah, I really enjoyed that actually. I really like French songs as well. I don't like Dutch songs because I know what they say and they're Dutch. So not Dutch songs, but like Dutch songs. You know that Dutch, okay? Um, so that's that. For some reason, British people really like Dutch rap. I don't know why, but that's a thing apparently. But I'm also like eager to learn. I'm actually gonna learn Japanese this year, like completely commit to it. And if everything goes well, I will learn Korean after that. So yeah, I'm very interested in like the Asian languages and stuff.
I think Aria speaks Japanese, so you can learn from her.
Nice. I also have a Japanese friend actually living in Tokyo at the moment. So, the more the merrier.
And he's not a weeb because he doesn't watch anime, so
Actually, no. Actually, like, I think I watched one anime or something. I watched a couple of anime, but like I don't like them at all. Because it's like one, it's not good Japanese, I believe, and two, it's shit. I'm sorry. I really really enjoy Korean drama though, which makes me like, which makes me really like. For some reason, and this is like no joke. I'm like quite a guy, right? But I really enjoy women's drama for some reason, which sucks because I don't have a girlfriend. But on the other end, I really like Korean drama, so I watch that. Which doesn't make me a Korea boo, by the way.
I was just about
But
to comment on that, but
yeah,
can't do
before
that, man.
anyone like goes on that, I'm not a Korea boo. I don't want, because the same, like when I say I want to learn Japanese, people say, "Oh, you are, because of the anime or something," and I'm just no, because I've been interested in Japan since I was 11 years old, and I really love the country and the culture, and I just love Asian and like the Korean culture is kind of the same as the Japanese one, not really, obviously, but like that's why I want to learn it, not because of like, oh, I want to understand what the fuck Jin is singing, so I want to learn Korean and I want to swim to Korea to marry him, not that kind of shit. That's actually what being said in YouTube comments, and I'm
What?
yeah. So if that's a Korea boo, I'm definitely not one, and Arya is not one either. Just
Get the-
to put that on the
Get the
record.
trunks on, take a cheeky swim to Korea for lads.
So you mentioned Korean dramas. Actually, like, what is it about Korean dramas that you like so much? Like the women's drama, as you put it.
Yeah, so they watch like it's such like I'm very, I don't know if anyone of you knows, but I'm very critical on films in general,
Mm-hmm.
and I really don't like a lot of the movies. I actually hate a lot of the movies. But I really like dramas, which are most of the like the feel good rom-com Korean women dramas. Basically, it's just you put them on, you just watch them, and nothing good's about them in general. Like kind of like nothing is good about them, but you still enjoy them, and they're just easy to watch away. And that's what I liked about it. Like if I just gosh, if I just like if I have the time, if I just want to waste an hour, I just put an episode on. I just enjoy my hour instead of like getting tilted or something.
So, what is it about movies that you hate so much in general?
So this is actually like I hate this so much, but the thing is, Hollywood like Hollywood always has been a little bit, but movies has been so much about just being entertainment and just bringing money in, that they haven't been about the actual movie itself anymore, which I really really hate in every aspect basically, because I've like from all the recent movies I just didn't like any of, and I haven't enjoyed a movie in a long time, I think. So that sounds kind of sad actually now I say it, but actually true.
You see, I studied film as well, and like I enjoy some modern movies, but I'm quite like since I studied it, I feel like really fussy. I feel like a film fucking critic about every film that I watch now. Like I start going into all the fucking really stupid details that I really like wouldn't have noticed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So I was considering to become a director,
Yeah,
like a movie director for a little while, but like to study that in here you actually have to like have a decent portfolio,
yeah.
which I didn't have, obviously. So that like kind of was gone. But like I don't know if you like the Fantastic Beasts,
Mm-hmm.
the Harry Potter movie, basically. I actually turned that one, like I actually watched 5 minutes of that one,
Yeah.
and oh gosh, no, please. Okay, maybe. I watched 5 minutes of that, and I actually turned it off. And I'm not gonna watch it again. Maybe if I'm like in one of those moods, like waste 2 hours of my life just and being being entertained. But to watch a good movie, I'm never gonna watch Fantastic Beasts because in the first 5 minutes, and it's just 5 minutes of like a 2 hour movie, I think it is. There was a shitty boat effect. But you could see it was a shitty boat. Like it wasn't a real boat. It wasn't nothing was real about that. And like I was still because of that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. And then like some car got pushed around and like the front window broke.
Yeah.
But it wasn't broken. And like they didn't really do the effect correct. And I was still and then that was the exact 5 minute mark. And then I just stopped the movie. So
you'd say you prefer conventional filmmaking over like more modern day stuff where we have a lot of CGI and a lot of just sort of.
No, I really enjoy CGI if it's done correctly. I really enjoyed. Okay, so this one is kind of tricky because I didn't really. I halfly enjoyed it, which was Doctor Strange from Marvel. It had a little bit too much comic relief in there, I thought, in my opinion. But the CGI was very good. It was like sickly done, and it was a good movie, I guess. That's me. That's literally me. With every movie I watch. But my two favorite movies, like one of them is Inception, which is kind of controversial because a lot of people don't like it. But like that has a lot of CGI in it, so that's not really true. On the other hand, one of my all-time favorites, Begin Again, and I really wish Alexia was here for that because she watched it as well and she really enjoyed it. It's a really good movie, and I recommend anyone that hasn't seen it yet to see it. It's Begin Again. It's with Keira Knightley and like Mark Ruffalo and stuff. It's a very good movie, and it's just like a basic no CGI, just like showing the life of it's a real life movie basically. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like nothing. It literally could happen every day.
Yeah. Well, we'll move off. Well, actually, do you want to pass any comments about the Death Note movie before we move on here? Because
so there's one comment, because I'm not gonna let this slip, but I was actually delaying this for as much as possible, because I still haven't commented on my celebrity crush.
Oh yes, celebrity crush. There we go. Good man.
Yeah. So I was trying to delay this as much as possible because I was searching for a picture on my phone. Meanwhile, doing this, that's why I haven't been talking that much lately.
Yeah.
But I actually can't find the picture anymore. I think it's on my old phone. And I'm not going on my Facebook, unfortunately. But my celebrity crush obviously should be Chrissy Costanza from Against Current. As one, she's absolutely gorgeous, and two, she's like one heck of a power woman. So I really like her strong side, but like her soft side as well, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And like it's complicated, like Annie, which has now become a meme, which I really dislike. But that's a rant for another half hour.
Yeah. Do you want to comment on the Death Note movie then? You want to last comment? Oh, I comment on it. Give Arya her satisfaction.
On Death Note.
Yeah.
Okay, so we watched actually this. Okay, don't take this out of context, but we watched Death Note together. The Netflix version, and it was interesting. It was one of those. It's like a very rare. Actually, Washi wasn't there. Because he bailed out at the last second. But so it was one of those rare movies, which actually is when you're watching it, okay, this is actually a shit movie. It's like one of the worst movies I've watched. But at the same time, you're like, okay, I'm still enjoying the movie till this point, and I still watch it and I still enjoy the movie. So it was a very weird. And like when we were done, we were like, okay, it's shit, but it's fun and it's good as well. And like we were saying, okay, this is weird for like 5 minutes straight or something when we finished it. So that was Death Note on Netflix. Yeah. And for the record, I haven't seen the original Death Note either. So
okay.
I knew it was shit because I knew kind of like how the original Death Note went. Kinda.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't watch the Netflix version, please.
Don't give them your money,
No.
We'll move on to some Fnatic stuff then. We'll get into the juicy details before we move on to the Discord section. Fnatic are now at Worlds. That a kind of disappointing finish last year to a lot of fans, 2016. What's your expectations for this year at Worlds right now?
For this year at Worlds, okay, so I was very hopeful this morning. And now I'm actually so tilted that I'm sitting upside down at my desk. Kind of true story. But yeah, no. So I was very hopeful, and then we lost to Immortals, and NA won. Like no offense to NA. Like I'm not one of those guys that just hates NA.
Mhm.
Although I'm like now looking straight into like my little Rift Rifles band, which says EU greater than NA. But
Yeah,
that's another topic, I guess.
yeah. We won that soon. Don't worry.
But like great for NA. They should not have won those two games against Fnatic or against Flash Wolves. Which one did they play again? The third one? Oh, Cloud9 against
Yeah.
HQ. I have no idea how that one went because I didn't watch it because I was at university at that point. They didn't deserve to win, or maybe they deserved to win, but they weren't supposed to win that game. I have no idea how the fuck they did that. They did, like, no way they should have won that game. So that's a little bit of hope for the West, I guess. Pick that as a whole region. For Fnatic, it's a very dire situation. I really hope we get out of groups, but like to be fair, like the chances are very slim at the moment.
What got you into Fnatic? How did you start supporting Fnatic?
No idea. Actually, I have no idea. I think I was one of the Fabian bandwaggers because I'm Dutch, he's Dutch, and that's obvious.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I think I already supported Fnatic in World 2014 because that's when I started watching. But I have no idea. I guess it's kind of Fabian 2015 Fabian 2014, like going out of Worlds, which they obviously didn't do good at, but I wasn't aware of that yet. So
what would you say your favorite Fnatic moment then? Was Fabian solo killing Faker, or is there ever a moment that sticks out to you? Like when we went 18-0 or
I actually did not see the solo kill. I think I don't know. The thing is I don't remember seeing that, which is kind of weird. I might have seen the 2 solo kills, which are probably my favorite moments. Yeah, but no, I think the obvious favorite moment about Fnatic and everything is like getting into semifinals and World Tours.
Yeah,
obviously.
Well, whatever esports do you follow then, except League, if any at all?
So I follow League, obviously, and then sometimes CS:GO. I try to get into the scene, but I can't. I even bought CS for like what's the price? I have no idea, €14 or something. When I didn't have the money at all, and Area still hasn't taught me CS, so I can't play. I think I've only played competitive against bots and arms race to get like the level 2 to be able to. That's true. To actually be able to play competitive. So that's literally everything I play.
Yeah. Well, who would you say your favorite Fnatic player of all time is? Would you say it's Fabian, or would you go back to someone more classic, X-Pekka and such, or is there anyone else who catch your eye?
No, I'm actually gonna say very cheesy Reckless.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that I'm an AD carry as well, and he's an AD carry, and I really look up to him. As he is, like, you can say what the fuck you want, and you can say what the fuck you want about his flash today, but we're gonna be real here. He's one of the most consistent AD carries in EULCS. So he's like someone I always look up to, and I'm still bummed that he wasn't on the fan meet with at the fan meet
in Berlin.
Rifles. So yeah.
Well, if you weren't a Fnatic fan, which team would you have picked to be? Which team would you have been interested in, if any at all?
So I guess not G2. Although I've got some sympathy for them now, but I guess Unicorns of Love. But that's also because when I'm looking at like esports and stuff, and also looking at my future, and hopefully getting into esports as like some sort of a management. I kind of hope to end up at Unicorns of Love, although I know like the chance is very slim, because they are actually such a real organization. Not a real organization. They're such a real. They really show everything.
They're family more so than
So, and I really have respect for that kind of mentality that they have. And like if I would have become a fan, I would have probably become a fan of them. Yeah, although they don't play good, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of our first series versus the Gigabyte Marines? We're talking Worlds now.
I think honestly, if anyone would have lost that. Maybe even Longzhu. I think because it was the first game of Gigabyte Marines at Worlds, right? It was. So I think even Longzhu would have lost that one. So I don't blame them on losing that one because it was one heck of a weird strategy. It was a very specific strategy, and no one could have really prepared for that one. it's not a cheese, obviously, because it was real like thought out strategy, and a cheese more like I feel like a cheese is more like yeah, fuck you, Matt Scott. A cheese is more like of like at the moment, not really thought out, like do something that's unorthodox and not like really common to do. But this was actually like a well thought out strategy. What I did today was just stupid, in my opinion. Although fun to try. But like what they did against Fnatic was actually really thought out and well and unpreparable for and unadaptable as well. Because it's not like if you're against that in a competitive match, it's like no way you're gonna win that anymore. I think it's actually very surprising how they actually still kind of went into the game and like kind of had a chance.
So moving on to then the Immortals match, what are your thoughts on that?
You said, had you watched the Immortals match today?
Yeah, I watched the Immortals one. Actually, like was a little bit late of that because of that, but I don't like mixed feelings because we played good and we played like against the second seed of Immortal of NA. We played like that has potential as a third seed of NA. But on the other hand, like that there was not a much like not a lot of team play in the team, which I mean, like Broxa went for like what was it? A comfort pick.
Yeah.
Lee Sin, and for God's sake, we put Soas on Cho'Gath again, and Caps had Rise, which he shines on, and he really shined today. He like is amazing on the Rise, not gonna lie. And Reckless on Twitch is, I think, a good call. But I really want to like I don't like Jessus on non-playmaking supports, and I don't like Soas on Cho because he just doesn't do shit. And then like Broxa should just play with the team instead of trying to be good on his own, because he's good in Lee Sin, obviously. It's not like that doesn't add anything in the comp or add anything. Disclaimer, I'm not an analyst in any way, and I'm a bronze player in the US, so what do I say?
Yes, you gave a disclaimer, dude. You gave a disclaimer. That's the important thing.
So how do you feel about like our match with Longzhu will go when the time comes on Sunday? Like, what are your thoughts on going into that match?
I think that if we actually prepare well, we actually won't be deleted of the earth, basically. So we definitely have a standard chance, although like the odds are definitely against us. That's for sure.
What do you think our chances are of making it out of groups in light of the recent results?
Excuse me. Actually, I have no idea if like did anyone do the math and actually like calculate what we still need to win.
I think we need to win. If we lose the Longzhu tomorrow, I think we need to win 4, presuming. Yeah, I think we need to win every game next week, presuming we lose tomorrow.
So even the second Longzhu game, that is, right?
Yeah, I think unless someone drops a game, unless whoever person who's second place, which Immortals, drops a game to someone else.
The ideal scenario is Immortals and us going 2-4.
Yeah.
I think Gam would go 2-4 as well in that case. So
It'd be a triple tiebreaker.
Yeah, we would want a triple tiebreaker in which
it would probably be decided by fastest game time, I think, then, though. Or
In which
head to head. Sorry.
in which case that would be good in our favor because our game against Immortals was quicker if we win.
No, it would be head to head because we didn't beat Immortals. So it would be we lost we'd have to win a game against Gigabyte Marines and Immortals, and then it would go to game time. I think so.
Do lost games count with the game time?
No.
Okay, obviously, yeah, right though. So
Yeah, it's a bit weird,
So Ruben, since you're a coach, what do you think you would do if your team, for whichever sport that you coach, they're in a similar situation in a tournament, right? They're 0-2. They just lost against teams that they really should have beaten. If you're a coach, what would you do in that situation?
okay, so I don't agree with Fnatic should have beaten Gigabyte Marines in the first game. As I said, I think everyone would have lost that one. On the other hand, they should have won the one against Immortals. But I think that like the sad thing about it is I think it's structural problems that are on play there. And I don't know if you can do anything about that. I would just shake them up a little bit and then just send them on again and just like actually like start training together and actually start communicating. Because one thing I noticed at Rift Rivals, when you looked at the player counts, NA was actually constantly communicating, and the EU was just half of the time playing solo queue, which is kind of sad.
So let's move into some Discord stuff. I think Pope had some questions for you about that.
as for every
exciting.
week, you've been part of this Discord since the start. You know, who were the regulars when you started, and is there anyone like who left a lasting impression of you? Yeah, you left a lasting impression on you. Oh, I am great at English today.
So who were the regulars at that point? Well,
Yeah.
Arya wasn't there for sure. Alexia wasn't there for sure. I think it was I think you were there. Yeah, you were
I
there.
was, yeah.
Okay, so it was Yannick, you guys, Guardian, obviously. Sad to see him leave, or not leave, but be quite absent.
Dodge.
I actually have no idea anymore who the regulars were at that point.
Is there any who left an impression on you? A lasting impression?
Okay, so I guess Yannick,
Mm-hmm.
because he was the first guy. Oh, Dutch, hi. Also Bas, obviously. Bas, Dutch, and I obviously were the 3 Dutch regulars at the point.
Hoffa and Dutch are crying, you know.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Oh, Hoffa as well. I'm sorry. You know, the thing is, I actually have the memory of a goldfish. I just don't look like one, but I think something went wrong. So that is actually a good meme. Someone please make that. On the other hand, so Yannick, because I think the first time I actually went to do a voice chat was the 1v1 tournament, which was against Yannick at that point. It was my first and only match at that tournament. Well, he countered my Jhin perfectly with his Pantheon. Yeah, that actually happened. But yeah, so Yannick, because like he was the first dude I actually, like the first person in the whole Discord I actually talked face to face to.
Yeah.
Well, not face to face, but voice to voice, I guess. And well, he's like, he really was like very, very nice at that point. Not anymore, obviously. And I guess that gave me like the last confidence to actually like be active in the Discord again.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, who was your favorite person you interact with, and has it changed now? You know, back when we started, who was like the person who you really enjoyed like interacting with, and has it changed, or have you know, do you speak to someone else more so now?
Okay, so I guess Guardian. I don't know if this was like the beginning of the beginning though. But well, when Guardian was active, Guardian was like very fun to play to talk. At the moment, I guess his role has been kind of like taken over by Arya. So talking to Arya is fun because we kind of have the same interests. Alexia is always fun. I really miss Jacob. Because he was really fun as well, and like he kind of initiated like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, I guess like it really was Guardian. At the moment, it's basically all the big regulars. So Arya, Alexia, you guys, Dutch, Bas, not so much, and well, that's it.
What's the best thing about the Discord for you? Like, what's your favorite part of this Discord? You know, I'm an acceptable answer for this. Just reference.
You know, if it was the worst thing, the answer would be obvious. But now I really got to think.
Well, we'll do best and worst. You know, you can start with worst if you want. While you think of best.
Okay, yeah. So the worst is Dutch, obviously, but I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie about it. You know, like some people say Stan, but like Stan is actually like, you know, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I never see Stan, but you know, so that's that. On the other hand, the best thing about this all, I guess, how close we are. Although this did change a little bit, and this is also one of the reasons I'm getting a little bit less
active.
Yeah, a little bit less active. Also because of, you know, how busy I am.
Oh yeah.
But you know, we have become less close over the course, and a lot of people have left that, you know, I really enjoyed talking to. But like we were like, especially the beginning, we were really, really close. And like I mean the beginning of this, like the beginning of this talk show actually proves that we could literally say everything to each other, and like we would actually like act like actual family, basically. So I really, really enjoyed that about this.
Yeah. I think Yogi actually had a question to ask you right now, but you know.
Yeah, that's fine. I can take over now. Don't worry, I'm here.
Are you
So,
sure?
as mentioned in the introduction, Ruben, you were part of the Berlin Six. So, how did it feel meeting everyone in Berlin? And is there anyone that you bonded with while you were there?
So I actually was very scared for Berlin because I had no idea what to expect, and it was my first time traveling alone. But in the end, I can fair and square say it was one of the most fun experience I have ever had in my life. And I mean, it was just so epic to finally meet like the guys behind the screen and actually discover that the person behind the screen are most of the times even funnier and even kinder than the persons that you actually talk to in Discord. So that was amazing. And person I really bonded with, I have no idea actually. I guess Pope. I'm gonna be honest here. I was never like into like I never like really talked with Pope, I guess. But after Berlin, yes. So like the person I bonded most with was Pope, and the other ones just came with that. It's like the full package,
Yeah, excluding Dutch, like that guy was just trapped in the toilet for an hour.
Yeah, I have no idea. He also like went the wrong way, I guess. Like I have no idea. I still don't know what happened there, but
He pulled a Dutch heist in the toilet and then like got disoriented and got lost in Berlin.
yeah, I guess that was it. I got. We kind of have to talk about my story though, because I also was lost. I guess it's.
I was gonna say it's coming up, but I just wanted to
Okay,
before we get to that, why don't you talk about each of the people that were there that you remember and just give us a brief description of your impressions, because it's very rare that people in the Discord get to meet so often. So go for it.
So each person that was there.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna start off with you guys. I'm actually gonna start off with Dutch. It was actually very, very relieving to like talk Dutch at that point. It was very weird. So like he like came into the studios and he was like finally here, because he had the wrong way. And then I was like I think the first thing like he said to me was in Dutch as well. So obviously, yeah. It's sad we don't have a picture of him coming as Ronald McDonald, but so yeah, Dutch was like I really felt relieved, and I think I just felt accustomed to him from like the first second as well. Like obviously we flame him every day, obviously we meme him every day, but in the end, that's all worth it because it's Dutch. So then who we have left? Because I'm bad with names. We have Jacob, obviously.
This Snuffle, yeah.
Yeah, Jacob was like okay. So let's start. Like he isn't in the Discord anymore, is he?
I think he might be back just for a moment. I'm not sure.
Okay, because his hair. I guess it set me off a little bit at the beginning, but like in the end, he turned out to be like a very chill dude, and his Danish is like one scramble of words. It's even worse than like what scrambled like if I can imagine anything, scrambled eggs made by Pope look less scrambled than his words that came out of his mouth when he talked Danish.
Dude, I can't even make eggs. I'm allergic to eggs.
Okay, so who are left? You guys,
We've got,
obviously.
we've got Espion, we've got Thomas Dick, we've got Abby.
Okay, so let's just do Abby. Abby actually was a hell of lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. And I guess I talked the most with her when we went to Meltdown. And I guess just good fun, Well, she's oh gosh, that quote is just gonna stick forever, I guess. So yeah, I just good fun and just a blast to talk to meet, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so you guys. First off, Pope. I gonna be honest here. I had trouble with your accent, obviously.
Understandable.
But then, like when I got to meet you, actually, like you were insanely funny to actually meet, and it was incredible to actually meet you for the first time because I really actually didn't know what with everyone I didn't know what to expect because I only knew like your profile pictures, and you only knew like the cat, right? So it would have been funny if like an actual cat would just walk up to you guys, but that didn't happen. And it was fun. I remember telling you like the story of my first experience of Ireland.
Yeah,
it's always fun to talk about your experiences in a country to a native. So that stuck to me. And then Dan, obviously Loki. So the only thing I can think of when I think of Loki two things. Loki in Berlin. Okay, so I lied again 3 times. 3 things. First off, his amazing storytelling, like literally every story he would tell was just insanely good. Also a lot of exaggeration, obviously, but we'll forgive him for that because his storytelling is good. Second thing I also remember is the Asian, I think it was Chinese or something we ate together. We got in like the Mall of Berlin, which was amazing. And then also you still owe me €6 for that. 6 €6.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot.
But you can actually just transfer that right to Pope. And then the last thing I will always remember this bit. It's like I think it was the same night Dutch took like his the famous Dutch shit story. When we went to the McDonald's, I guess, and we went to like the U-Bahn station, and like some of us took like the escalator, and some of us didn't. And what like I like we were we had fun. It was late at night, I guess, and I guess someone said like the typical thing, the escalator is faster or something. And I will always remember Loki's reaction. Like he took like the running stance, and like the only thing he looked at like the guys that were passing him, and the only thing he could say was like, "My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man." And he started running down, like he started running up, and then it was like that picture of me, like that will always be remembered in my heart, just because of Berlin, how fun it was.
I even forgot that I did that, to be honest.
Yeah, I actually completely
It
forgot.
was so good. It was so good. Did I
I just-
forgot anyone though? Like I have the feeling I forget someone. Like I'm not gonna do SP and Thomas because they are not in the Discord. So I'm sorry for you guys. You guys, they were a blast as well. Like just amazing to talk to.
So I think that is everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, Thomas Dutch. Who else did we see? With
You guys.
us two. Oh, there was like shit. Demon Forbid and what the fuck's the other guy's name? The other guy's name is completely escaping me. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Those two guys. I forgot who they were.
I
didn't-
just butchered his name's pronunciation, by the way, completely.
I mean, to be fair, after they met up with us, like I've never seen them again since then.
No, they're playing in houses like right now, dude.
Oh wait, they are Taste of Islay and wait, no, yeah, right.
Wait, was it Ezra wasn't there? I don't think.
Like Islay and his brother.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, and I didn't knew they were brothers actually.
No, never
It's
did
kind
I.
of funny. And
Wait.
this also resulted to the me getting lost story. I think.
Yeah. Oh god.
So should I just?
Wait, Loki, do you want to cover anything else before we get to the rob part?
Well, yeah. Why don't you tell us how you managed to get on the wrong side of Berlin on the first day?
So half of this I actually don't know, but I'm just gonna tell the story as it happened, right? So what happened was I had to buy tickets for the first day for like 3 guys. And so I did that. So I had that ticket, and I was in like an apartment in like somewhere in Berlin. And basically, we had to go to the venue, and we had like Jacob was like very like he really wanted to be there early for some reason, and he just said like then I just don't know. No. There's this like it's like couldn't come because he had to work or something, and that was the reason. And then he gave his ticket away. That was it. And like his brother paid for it or something. That was the story, if I believe.
Yeah. It was.
So that happened, and I for some reason, and I legit have no idea why this happened, but I sometimes have this moment where I think something is correct, but it actually isn't. And so I thought, because I had seen this somewhere, that Rift Rivals was recorded at somewhere around the Mercedes-Benz arena, which wasn't true, obviously. So I went there, and like I was barely on time. And the guy I bought tickets for, like he was like, "Yeah, where are you?" Because I'm like, I couldn't find the entrance, but like it was on the backside or something. And like the mistake, I have no idea if you don't know how it looks like, just search pictures on Google right now. It's a huge ass arena, right? And I like walked completely around it, just like search for like where the fuck is an entrance, and there was no entrance anywhere. And then I was like it suddenly started to creep on me, like it had started already. I was like, there's no way there's no one here if it had started already. And meanwhile, like I had like it was 5 minutes to start, and I was like, okay, I literally downloaded the PDF on my phone, send it through email to the guy, so he actually could go in and like without me, because I had the tickets. And I was like, okay, it started creeping on me, like this is not the correct venue, is it? And then I started searching, and actually like was totally totally somewhere else. For the record, though, I was not on the other side of Berlin. I was actually pretty close for some reason, like so at some weird possible way. I was pretty close, but it wasn't really close, and I had to take a bus or something. It was very weird. And then I still couldn't find the entrance. And I literally asked like one of the security women's, like, do you know where the EULCS is? And like it's the most stupid question you can ask any random women. And she actually like said, yeah, it's around here. And so I finally found like that stupid entrance that was like at the back. It was very weird. But then I finally was there, and I was like half an hour late, I guess, or something. Like they had started the first game, but I
Yeah.
wasn't that late. But that's how it happened. And I still don't know where I saw that like it would occur at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. But I completely went to the wrong place.
Now, why don't you also tell us about the other legendary story in Berlin, about the time that you got robbed?
Oh Jesus, yeah.
So the stupid thing about this is actually it's not that good of a story. It's actually quite a bad story. Just okay, just a point like disclaimer, okay. These kind of things never happen. And Dutch knows that these kind of things don't happen here. Okay? Just saying, that's my disclaimer. So the story starts when we were it was like the morning, and we would like meet up later with everyone and to go like to the kebab place or something. I think that was it, like the doner place. And like I met up with Jacob and Aspion to because we were close or something. I don't know. And they got some food and I didn't. And we were like we sat down at like some sort of a I think it was just Alexanderplatz actually, or somewhere near there. And we sat down like at a fountain, and they were done with their food, and suddenly like they stood up, and two women like come to me with like a little sheet of paper, and they say like, yeah, can you sign this, like it's a petition for like deaf people or something. And I'm like, if it's a petition, yeah, sure, you can just if it helps people, why the fuck not? So I just I just wrote my name there. And then they said, yeah, you need to pay as well. And I was like I started to like something started to like feel wrong, obviously. But I'm just a good guy. So I just said, okay, if it's just €5, I don't fucking care. If it's just €5, it helps people out. I don't care about that money. And yeah, I know it's fucking dumb. And it's also it's also such a bait. I know that. And I know that now. But again, my disclaimer is this doesn't happen here. Okay. And so I wrote like €5 or €10, I think it was, because they said like the minimum was €10 or something, and it actually doesn't. Maybe it doesn't Rotterdam, Lucas, but it doesn't happen in either Amsterdam or The Hague. It doesn't happen. So thing being, I wrote €10 down. I opened my wallet, and one of the women grabs out 20. And at that point, I obviously knew like, okay, I'm actually dumb as fuck, and what the fuck did I just do? And this is actually fucking stupid. I just got baited in. And I started becoming angry because I literally said to her like, I wrote down 10, you just took 20, I want my 10 back. And so like in the end, I actually managed to like some weird way give her €10 and actually get my €20 back, which was already like a huge achievement. Yeah. And then I just like they just walked away, and I was like, fuck. Like I walked to Jacob and I was like, dude, I just got robbed. And he was like, yeah, we saw that. And I was like, I should have called the police. And he said like, you should call the police. And I was like, okay, I should call the police. So I started dialing 112. And I was like, I turned around and I was looking on the square, and I suddenly saw them like somewhere between like some people, and they were talking to like some elder man, and I just rushed over there. Like I actually sprinted over there, and I just jumped between them, and I said like, okay, don't give them any money. They steal your money. Don't do it. And they were like, okay, he so like he knows, like Sully is not dumb anymore, and like he knows what we're doing. And so they like start walking away. And I said like, I'm calling the police. And I start walking like after them to like follow them, because they try to walk away or something. I don't know. And like I just thought, if I lose them out of my sight, I have no chance anymore. And now comes like the ridiculous part. They actually turn around. They like have my €10 in their hand, and they're like, "This is what you want, right? This is what you want." And I said, "Yes, that's what I want. That's my €10." And so I get my €10 back, and they actually start like swearing at me. They like like I'm the bad guy here. Like I'm doing something that's not allowed because I'm calling the police, and they start fucking this, fucking that, and you're I have no idea what they called me anymore. But it was very hilarious, and like.
Well, to be fair, you just took 10 euros from a deaf people's charity. You stole money from a
I
legitimate
mean,
charity.
obviously we didn't hear him say 10 euros instead of 20. You know, I mean, like
A very, very legit charity it is, yeah, obviously. I don't think like the people that were on the list before me were actually legit either. But I was so dumb to actually get I have no idea. Like, and then so I went back to Jacob. I was like, okay, I actually didn't lose anything anymore. And then he just texted to Dutch, I think, and he actually texted to say like he actually no Jacob texted Dutch, and he didn't put any context. He just said, yeah, Ruben got robbed.
robbed. Yeah.
So like the whole, because you guys were all together, I guess,
Yeah.
and like everyone was like, Ruben got robbed, and like everyone was like, what the fuck happened? Because like Jacob didn't want to did just for the fun, for the sake of it, didn't put any context on there. But like it's a very boring story in the end. But that's the story of me being robbed, and it's kind of shameful. But again, this literally does not happen in the Netherlands.
I would love to hear the story from their point of view, just to see
Same.
like, what they would say. Like, we came to Berlin with a dream of helping deaf people, and we
Well,
saw
but the thing is, they weren't even like, they were gypsy people, right? Like they were not, like they weren't even German. They couldn't even speak German. So
are you saying gypsies can't help the deaf though?
are we making okay? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that these two women, 100% or 99.9% sure, did not want to help deaf people.
So I'm imagining the story from their perspective. So it's like, we came to Berlin to help deaf people. We saw this Dutch kid, he seemed kind of lost. We asked him to sign this petition. He signed for 10 euros, but what he didn't know was that the number 10 means 20 where we're from. So we saw an opportunity to kind of correct him by grabbing the right amount from his wallet. He gave us permission because he brought it out, and like he brought out his wallet right in front of us, and we took 20 euros. And then this kid starts kicking off with us, and he's like asking for 10 back. So we give him 10 back. Then he starts following us and threatening to call the police. So we're like, well, bro, you just signed this petition.
The worst thing is actually that two things. One, I actually gave my signature, which would have given them legitimate proof to the police that I actually that would have been enough proof to actually keep my 10 euros, right? The second worst thing is that I actually didn't catch on this, but like when I asked, is there a minimum amount? They didn't understand me. They just didn't understand what the fuck minimum and amount meant. So, that should have got me off guard already, and like should have said to me, like, this is not legit and you should just walk away and just, but I'm just stupid, I guess, and just good willing.
So you got to meet some of the players and some of the teams and a few members of staff in Berlin. What was it like for you, and who stood out to you the most?
So obviously Alex Impress stood out to me the most, in my opinion, because I will always remember the moment, like he walked up onto the bleachers and you guys were all gone for some reason because you were all getting food probably.
Food was calling, dude. Food was calling.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like I still remember his face. Like I thought like 10 people would be here. Like he was legitimate confused that I was the only guy sitting there, which was hilarious. And then like he gave me the flag, which is still laying in my room at the moment. I guess like Alex is such a good guy, so I'm really looking forward to still see him in the scene.
So how did you feel about Rift Rivals, the event overall? Like, what were your impressions?
Well, the event is fucking shitty, but wait, is this for real? No. Okay. So who can boost me to gold real quick? No kidding, because I really, really want this skin.
Actually, I might go to gold now just for that. That was pretty good.
Like, I don't care if it's illegal. I just want the skin, okay?
Wait, we'll come back to you getting ego boosted in a second. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Is it
Experience boosters.
Victorious Graves?
No,
I'm pretty sure it's Graves.
don't think it would be Graves.
If it's Graves, I don't fucking care, and I will stay boosted for the rest of my life. But if it's Jin, I really, really.
It's just a teaser. Like, oh, it's Graves actually. Yeah, it is Graves. Rat Turkey accidentally.
Okay. Jesus, Dutch, you're always.
Dutch, why are you baiting everyone here?
Yeah, why the fuck are you baiting? Why the fuck are you wrong again? It's always you.
Typical Dutch.
Yeah, typical.
Typical Dutch.
Okay, so the event, it's shitty event, and it was. Do you really want to know like the event itself? I mean, there's no prize about the event, right? So
Yeah, that's true.
like, there's nothing to do about the event, like nothing with the event. Like the event is just useless. So you know,
True.
I mean, the whole experience. I paid way too much money to actually get there, right? But I don't care because it was amazing to meet you all and to like be there and to feel like the life experience of watching League of Legends and to meet like all the players. But you know, the event itself, no, I would like just just stop it already. I mean, I guess it's fun in like the other regions, but between NA and EU,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, Ruben, I wanted to ask you also, like, you have your Fnatic flag. Is that like your most prized possession of like Fnatic merch that you own?
I guess yeah, because I don't own a lot of Fnatic merch. The only things I own is a 2016 jersey, a 2017 jersey, and a flag. That's everything I own. And well, for one, I got the flag for free, and for two, I got it from Alex, and three, I got it at like the brilliant, the brilliant event of Rift Rivals with you guys. So yeah, the most prized possession for that for sure.
What would you say your favorite memory of Berlin was?
Oh, that's actually I can't say one. I just can't. I think like every day had like its own storyline basically, and like everything every day was amazing. So, but I think like if I really have to choose, maybe even like the last day with you guys where we just went through like explore Berlin and
Oh,
not
yeah,
actually
yeah.
like go to the event. I think that was maybe even more fun than any of the other days with the event actually. So yeah, probably that actually.
So I
To
think
answer the question for you quick, I have no idea. Oh yeah, I did go back to the flag. Like the second, like the day after I got the flag, I left my flag at the apartment because I'm not gonna carry a fucking flag around to Berlin. And so we went back for the flag and then just went to the event a little bit late. Me and Jacob were.
So I think
Um,
Pope,
yeah.
you have some questions now.
You took part in the League 5v5. How did you feel about that? You know, Mad Scott was actually one of your teammates. He was
Yeah.
pretty offended when you didn't mention him on the regular list.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is that I actually didn't speak to Matt Scott before that.
Ah, okay.
So I didn't actually like. I probably spoke to him though, but like not like registered
Yeah,
as
yeah,
being Matt Scott, and like. But then, like after the 5v5, he actually became like a major part of the Discord. Which on the tournament though, I guess it was fun. We sucked, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed. Like we didn't practice at all.
Mhm.
With like at all. We just like our practice. Like the fun thing is like we literally saw like progression. It's like that was like the only practice we had was like the matches. So like we saw progression through the matches and like our communication went better like in like 5 matches or something. But like that was the only thing we had. So like we didn't really care about it.
Mhm.
On the other hand, it was really fun to like form a team, and we even said like we stay a team sort of.
Yeah.
We never did anything any other than just saying
yeah.
that we were a team though.
But
So
would you ever sign up for the next 5v5 together? You know, go for a round two?
maybe yeah. You never know.
You also helped us. I actually think it was you. I remember you helping us design logos for the teams. Was it you? You were
Well,
helping.
yeah, kind of. I didn't really do anything because I'm really bad at graphic design.
Mhm.
I can do a bit of like wallpaper stuff, like image editing. I can do that, but I can't actually. I can't actually like make logos. I think
Ah.
Jacob did most of that. Yeah.
Yeah. You also made some emotes from memory, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I actually made a lot of emails because I was like lightning fast at that, I guess, at some point. And so I made actually see how much. I think I made like I made like some Olaf ones and like the Kremts one, but that doesn't show up. I guess I made actually a lot of them. I made like that one, and I made the GW ones, both of them. There are some that I didn't make. That one I did make. The Fabulous I did make. And a lot of ones that actually are at the moment.
Yeah, we had to clear a bunch of emotes out, you say.
Yeah.
Make room for.
I made a lot of good or fun.
Well, I think we can move on to
Oh yeah, the Daler one. The Daler one is still the best looking one. I'm not gonna lie, the Daler one is so good. And yeah, but I really liked to really quick follow on that. what Hoffa said. I really enjoyed the fact that we had the teams that were playing in the tournament actually their logos as emotes. I think that was like real commitment. It showed like the community we are. So that I really enjoyed that part.
Would you ever consider taking part in another 5v5 if we had one?
Yeah, sure. If only if it's to give like the good teams a free win. Yeah, sure. To answer your question, Dutch, because you said like if you didn't practice, how come you're so good? The answer obviously it's because it's me. No
Well,
explanation needed.
well, it's time for me to start the question A section, and as you know, it's always my thing to get the best question in to start the final part of the show. So, Ruben, if you had to pick a team of people from this Discord to coach you in winning the heart of your dream girl, who would you choose?
How many people am I allowed to choose?
As many as you want.
It's your team, dude. You know.
As many as I want. Okay, so first of all, Dutch.
Just stop right there. Just stop.
Yeah, no.
I
But
didn't
there's a
stop
good
you,
reason
that's
for it.
all.
There's a good reason. Wait. Let me finish. There's a good reason. Yeah, you know it, Dutch, obviously, because then I have a good experience, like a good example how not to do it. So that's the first one. Other than I guess like Alexia and Arya, just because they're nice people and also they're girls, which is also very convenient. Loki for sure. And I really want the wagon power in there, so Pope to come in here as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm so tilted that you said Alexia before me.
They were in the order did not mean anything. Just saying, okay.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I just feel disrespected one last time after that story I told. I thought like things would be different. You know, he'd feel bad, but you know, once again,
Yes, and you should just be happy to be mentioned at all. You know.
that's true actually.
I mean, like, you know, like you didn't give a good, you know, you should just give your, it should be like a chain of command. You give your advice to Alexia and then she gives it to Ruben.
Also,
You
very
know.
That's true because like if I basically say nothing, then Alexia has nothing to copy. So. Like,
it's kind of true. Yeah, it's kind of true.
For
Like,
Ruben's,
then the only thing she has is like she's being a girl, you know, and that gets an advantage, obviously. But on the other hand, you actually came with the knowledge, so.
well, at least I'm finally getting the credit, you know. Just
Yeah,
like
of course.
6 months later, you know.
Oh no, that's not true. I actually said it before that. I actually said once, like 1 month after like the thing, that you actually like it was actually true. I already acknowledged that.
The funny thing is, though, she was actually there in Berlin the week after that we were there.
Hey.
Yeah. So that was actually that sucked as fuck because like she texted me like, "Yo, do you have like good tips for Berlin?" And she actually like she went on Wednesday, and because of the late flight, I actually left on Tuesday. So like otherwise, it would have been fun. But like life doesn't get me, I guess.
Unlucky, I believe is the term, you know.
That's now it's just my life. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But for Pope, the stars aligned with this Dutch girl that he met, right?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I already covered that.
Yeah, I know.
Besides, the only thing I'll say about her is, you know, Dutch is driving us apart, you know, so me and Dutch can't be friends. XD.
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dutch, didn't you have a question of his that you wanted to ask?
Yeah. So
Dutch actually asked a question to me. That's
super. Yeah. Dutch wants to know why people think you two are soulmates.
But the thing is that I actually don't know. I know this is a meme. I know it's a meme from Harry made it a meme, I think.
They actually give some context. I kind of said it before, Harry, because I said you two would be the perfect couple together.
That's true. You actually did. Fuck you.
But talk sure doesn't obey the conventional rules. I know. Whenever we discussed this originally, I can't remember who I was talking to. But like I was talking to someone, and we were talking about Dutch. Take a screenshot of a fucking Carlsberg thing. That was fucking hilarious. The Carlsberg advert, you know, the Danish one, where I thought it was Dutch. Anyway, like so whenever we were talking about this, I was saying like me and Loki, I think we're talking, and someone was saying about, you know, you and Dutch, you know, Dutch is going to be single for a while until he gets his act together, you know, that sort of way, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so what if we do this, right? What if we put Ruben and Dutch together, right? Now you might say to yourself, what? That makes no sense. Why would we have Dutch and Ruben, right? Dutch has got the nuggets, and right, Dutch is the kind of guy who'll approach Vigard, but won't, make the full move. So he's able to push you just to the boundary, just to the point where you're going to ask as well, It's a bit of a perfect dream team, you know what I mean?
But do I really have to throw chicken nuggets at girls? I don't know if that really will get me the girl actually.
And sauce, dude. You can't
Oh
beat
yes,
sauce.
no, but that's the thing. He forgot the sauce, right?
Yeah. That was the thing. That's why he didn't get it. He didn't give him the sauce,
Exactly. You always got to give the sauce.
Yeah. You've got to.
To answer the question, actually, I have no idea. I get why. I mean, I think it's because I literally take every opportunity to flame Dutch.
Yeah. See,
I guess it's like the saying is, right? The more you make fun of someone, the more affectionate you are, or something. But I guess that or something. And I guess Harry just wants to see gay guys. That well, but I have no idea. I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, but pretty much that was the reason why. It was just that was legit what happened. That was I legit forgot that he was Danish and not Dutch.
His name is Dutch.
I forgot he was Dutch and not Danish. A guy is like, what the fuck?
His name is a Danish sauce, it's Dutch sauce. And you forgot that.
Yeah, Dutch. I thought he was Danish. I forgot he wasn't. I forgot he was Dutch and not Danish.
Wow,
So,
he actually has his fucking.
Yeah, I know where he's from. That you see, I seen his name, right? I seen his name. I was like to myself, right? Okay, the Carlsberg advert. Someone was telling me about Danish beer. I think it was Jacob, and he said, "Oh, it's brewed in Denmark and stuff, and it's so nice." And I seen that Carlsberg advert, and I was like, and it says brewed in Ireland on the advert. So I linked it to Dutch, thinking he's definitely Danish, right? Yeah, I know. Right?
Can we please just rename Dutch to Danish source?
Danish source.
I don't have the power
Can
to
someone
do it.
do that? Please.
I think Yannico can do it. Someone PM him.
I completely forgot about it. And also me and Dutch's DMs is actually just the pinnacle of me being retarded. So that's literally what it is. Does anyone actually have any questions for Ruben, by the way?
I actually kind of missed all the questions that went through. Meanwhile,
I think some of them are pinned, so I'll go take a quick look. Cake actually asked a question. I think you may have answered it. Are you going to be sad if you wait too long, then she gets taken? I think you answered it already.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, and Harry asked, would you sell your soul to take back telling her to ask at the referee?
Sell my soul?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we need to follow the events of Cuphead, yes. I mean, Cuphead is actually a genius game, but apart from that, now if I really have to sell my soul, no, probably not, because there are more fish in the water than just her, so.
Yeah, true. Who's your favorite person to game with, and why is it my Jana, by the way? From Alexia. She didn't actually say my Jana part. It's just my
yeah, I know. I saw the original question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I really hope someone still has the replay of that Jenna ult and Jin ult.
I have it. I have it right now on Plays TV.
Because it was Craigasm to the max. It actually was fucking great. The best thing is that when I'm in the zone, I don't notice these things, but I thought about when you did it, I thought about what the fuck you did, and I was like, holy fuck, that's so good. You literally just opened the pathway to execute with my fourth shot. It was so good. Oh Jesus.
That's the Plays TV clip, by the way.
Lefty wants to know who's the best artist.
Not me. If you're gonna ask it, I mean, sorry.
Drayden asked if you prefer barbecue sauce or ketchup.
Barbecue sauce, mayonnaise. For real though,
ketchup being I think red.
Yeah, ketchup being red sauce. Yeah. Barbecue sauce, I guess. I think.
Also red sauce is definitely it's French, by the way. No joke. Who's your favorite Dutch person in Discord? This comes from Alexia.
The first.
Well, it can't be Dutch sauce because he's Danish. So.
Yeah, he's Danish source.
So what did you say? My favorite person?
Dutch person. Dutch.
Oh, my favorite Dutch person. The guy with the chicken as his profile picture.
Chicken?
That's an owl. That's not a chicken.
What?
I have no idea what word you live Dutch, or Danish, but that's. There's this one Dutch guy, but I just want to name the Dutch guy that came up to me that isn't in the chat at the moment. That's why. If I really have to choose between one of you three, or Boss and you two, I wouldn't be able to choose.
Or King.
No, just like you guys are all like special in your own way.
I know Dutch is special. Don't worry. Anyway.
I don't know if that's a good way though.
Yeah, he has special needs.
Yeah, that's what I can. Who's your favorite Irishman? Me or Drayden? That comes from Drayden, actually, not from me.
Oh my.
Before I don't want to make it seem like I'm stroking my own ego.
No, yeah, of course, but I'm actually like no, like I can't really, and like the only answer I can give is Pope because he's the only one I actually met.
Lady tips Fedora.
So yeah, I'm sorry, but that's like Pope is the only Irish guy I actually met. Like, so
I have a question.
ask.
I don't actually remember, but you know when I did the Barry Allen thing, did I actually win that race?
Yes, you did. You actually won it. Gus,
Just making sure, yeah.
I think also no one on the escalator actually moved, but yeah, you won the race.
That's the most important thing, yeah.
I
Obviously.
actually asked if you had to date a league champ, who would it be?
Jesus.
Dude, I had fuck Bard, like Bard's a fucking. You never know where that journey's gonna come out, you know.
Oh, jeez. Okay. He's gonna he's gonna pick a math. I actually like it has to be a girl, right? Because it's
You can pick a guy if you want, like you know.
yeah, but that's then judgment, you know.
I mean, this is a non-judging circle, you know, unless your name's Dutch Source.
Yeah, because Yu-Gi-Oh.
No. TF doesn't believe in the heart of the cards. Like, I mean, he can draw more than 3 cards. Yuki only ever draws the card he needs.
So I'm just gonna say MF for the sake of it, because
MF, yeah, fair enough.
yeah, I mean, I'm an MF main in my heart, so yeah, Dutch would definitely choose Derek.
Yeah, Dutch already did choose Tarek.
I mean, and like I'm resistant to say Syndra because
A bit of dominance, dude, bit of ball play, you know.
not just the dominance, also the balls.
Yeah.
That's
More balls than he can handle.
Sirens wants to know, what's the better MOBA, Smite, HOTS, Dota, or Heroes of New Earth?
So the thing is, I actually started playing. Okay, so I actually got into League again because of HOTS. But actually, I'm just gonna say. So the thing is, League and Dota, basically both. Because Dota is just genius for the esports scene. It's just a great advertisement. And it's just great esports in general. But I don't get a fuck when I'm seeing it. I just no idea what's going on. I just know that they still have FF. League teams don't anymore. I actually tweeted the Fishio if teams are not allowed anymore, but they actually still are allowed to surrender.
Yeah, we're just not recommended to, I don't think.
I have no idea, but he just said no.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say League for 2 reasons. One, it's optimized very, very well, so a lot of people can play it, which is very smart because HOTS is not. HOTS is not optimized at all. Han is not at all. And the other one, Dota, is also not really. Which one was the other one? Smite. Well, Smite is Smite, so yeah. So I'm just gonna say League because 1, it can run on my toaster, and 2.
Well, he said League wasn't on the list, so.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, League isn't a real MOBA, dude. It's a competitive esport, you know.
Ah, that's true. Okay, so the best MOBA then is Dota,
Dota.
obviously, or the MOBA that I have in my head at the moment to actually create at some point, but I can't because I have no skills in game development.
Dude, get on the Dutch, you know, and he's learned some programming. This could be the Dutch Wonder
Oh
Boy
shit,
video
yeah,
game,
that's
you know?
true.
Wait, who is Dutch? I only know.
Sorry, Danish.
Classes or not? I have no idea.
I only know Danish source.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Danish. So I've no.
Danish source is real.
But that would be a problem though, because I can't speak Danish. So.
Ah, yeah, true. Don't worry, never can he. That's just a prank, you know.
Yeah, true. But I have a very interesting MOBA in my head, which is like turn-based. So I have a really interesting MOBA in my head, but I have no skills in game development whatsoever. So if someone wants to create it with me, hit me up.
Right, hold on. I'm just grabbing my phone in the wallet because I have about 10 missed calls of where I am. So hold on.
See, the commitment that Pope puts into this show is that it's his brother's birthday, actually.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's true?
Yeah, it is.
He's sacrificing his brother for
Okay,
you.
so weird Dutch tradition. Happy birthday to your brother. We congratulate everyone that is remotely related to your brother or to the person that has his birthday. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And Drew, why the fuck aren't you there?
No. He's in the house, but I'm going over to his house to grab like I guess we call it pre-drinks, and then I'm going up to my friend's house, and then we're gonna get more pre-drinks, and then we're going to the club. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alexia wants to know, if you were to go to another country, who would you take with you?
Depends on which country. If you can specify the question with like what countries or country, then
when
You should
Dusty
take that-
MG as you
that
prefer
girl
hot.
with you. The one that you desire the most.
the one that I desire the most. Okay, so like I'm gonna bend this question a little bit, because like if I would have had the money like to just do it right away, then I would do like a trip to Japan and Korea, North Korea, obviously. No, so Japan and South Korea, and I would probably take. This is like a very stupid answer, but I would probably take Arya with me
Right on.
because she wants to go as well, and that's just the more the merrier. Like, and if someone else wants to go as well, just take them as well.
Amsterdam soon, love. Amsterdam soon.
Obviously, like if people are coming to Amsterdam soon, just
Hit you up.
just hit me up.
That's it. I would definitely be interested in going to Amsterdam. I'd make go in January or something. Oh my god!
My opinion on that rap actually. So I like only select like a few numbers, like a few songs. I only like 3 songs or something, and the other ones I actually despise.
I'm very sorry, but I actually must go because we're on the way in the taxi right now. Because apparently they don't trust me to come on my own. So I'm very unfortunately going to have to drop out here because I have to get dressed, and I haven't got dressed yet. So
So you have to.
Are you
Okay.
wearing pants at the moment, or?
yes, I am. I'm mostly dressed. It's fine. I just haven't changed my t-shirt or my jeans. So
Okay.
because I was at the gym and never changed. So thanks very much. Loki can do the rest of the stuff.
Not much,
Yeah.
I believe, right?
Yeah. Not much. Thank you very much. Thanks again, Ruben. I really enjoyed this. See you later.
Yep.
Have a nice evening.
Okay, guys. Final questions, because I don't want to keep Ruben here too long.
Lucas, I gotta listen that one a little bit more, but it sounds promising. That's the only thing.
How do you pronounce your middle name, by the way?
Martijn.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother.
I gotta follow. No, I can't believe. Like, no, yeah, it's actually. Oh Jesus. It's actually quite well, except for my last name. My last name is Engelbrecht or Engelbrecht. Just my summoner name. No, it's not. They're like it sounds Dutch, but it's actually German, and I think there are only 2 or 3 families in the country that have my surname. So that's that, and I think, and it's for some reason a very popular surname in South Africa for some reason. So
I
should
think Ryan
should
had
I-
a question for
yeah,
you.
should I answer that one?
If you want to.
Do I really have to choose between those 2?
I mean, it's your answer, so you can decide how to choose however you like.
Okay, so
Wait. Why don't I make this easy for you? What is it that you would prefer on that girl that you like?
yeah, no, don't do that, please. Don't bother. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
but that's not the surname, Lucas. That's actually that's his first name. So we're not related, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would be a royal. That would be amazing. Okay, so to answer your question, if I have to choose, probably tits. If I can choose whatever I want, I'm actually gonna be very weird, and I'm gonna say midriff area or belly, if you want.
Okay, there you go. Peer pressure wins today. By the way,
Yeah,
I just want to like put a disclaimer out there. I take no responsibility for that answer. So you can't put me in trouble, Uno, if you are listening to this. I know you will at some point. And I make my own rules here. So
the only one you can blame for that is Ryan, obviously.
yeah, I'll basically blame Ryan if in doubt. So yeah, final questions, guys. I'll say last 3 questions, and then we'll wrap it up.
It's fine. We have been going on quite long as well. No, I don't. That doesn't really count because you already asked it. But I don't know your full name. I only know Lucas. That's all because you told him.
We actually average about 3 hours on this show, but we've done about 2.5, I think. So
Really?
So not too bad. But then again, we can't really do 3 hours because obviously Pope's got
Pope
the
is gone.
birthday. So
Yeah.
that's why we've shortened it a little bit. So last questions, anyone?
Now's your chance.
I mean, like I don't even know why we do this sometimes, because it's not like you're going anywhere. Your favorite juice, there we go.
My favorite juice. Okay, so English lesson here. Freshly squeezed. Juice is like from fruit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I can't say Sprite. Okay.
Wait, what? Why would you think that Sprite is juice? Are you mad?
No, I don't think so. But my English is actually quite lacking at some parts. So my favorite juice. I'm actually gonna say orange juice and freshly squeezed as well. Freshly squeezed, or because why not?
What's your dream job?
My dream job, probably something in esports, whether it be at the company making the game or as at a team, at an esports team that plays in the game.
So Bass has just joined at the very end after you've mentioned him several times.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. And he didn't even join into the voice chat now.
I've never seen
Never mind.
Bass's name drop so many times in a talk show before.
That's true. But
But-
we just all hate him. So we all hate Dutch. Wait.
But
Sorry.
But the thing is, fear not, Bass, because if you didn't know, this show is recorded. For
Yeah,
future
it's recorded and uploaded on YouTube. It's actually insane.
So find out when it's next on uploaded, and you can rewatch it.
It completely depends on Yannick, I believe.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not in charge of the uploads. I just do the show. I don't run any of the recordings or anything. That's just like a fan thing, you know. I do it for the ones that can't make it.
Which is very kind. There's one thing I still have to tell, I believe. I suddenly remember. Which are both the origin of the Yanko and the Goose memes, basically, which have now become Discord-wide memes, actually.
Old classics, yeah. I mean, we know the Yanko one, but you can explain the Gills one.
What was the Yanko one then? Or did I explain that one already?
Well, it's because Uno can't pronounce Yanko, so he just says Yanko.
Yeah, he said Yanko, and then I kind of went on it or something, and then at the end, he did some pause in the voice chat, and I just it was silent in the chat, and then I just blurted out, but who's the Yanko guy, by the way? And then I think it became some sort of so the Goose one, it's actually very simple, and Arya actually had it happen to her as well at the very beginning, which is basically just mistyping girls. Wait, I never actually. How the fuck do you pronounce your name then? I never saw that. I actually never saw that. That's my bad.
Saying so what?
What?
What are you talking about?
About oh wait, she just changed her name. Oh fuck. Can you stop fucking memeing me?
You just got debated by her name.
I just got so I mean, I'm dyslexic, okay, guys. So please spare me.
Everyone's just gonna change their name as soon as you said it.
Yeah, for sure. I should change my name. If I reverse it, I'm actually becoming a real bucket, which only Bas will understand.
Okay, last question, guys.
Last question. Oh wait, the Goose one. So I mistyped it whilst the first story was happening, right? I was furious typing on my phone to try get all the confusion away, and then I mistyped, and then it became a meme. It's my origin, obviously, but everyone could have started it.
Lefty just getting the. We'll wait on Bass to ask the last question. It's only fair on him.
Will we do dance together? Yes, I guess. But the thing is, it's not really dance music.
No, confirmed. I'm gonna stop you there. It's confirmed.
Okay, sure. Okay.
You and Bass are good.
He is actually talking about Against the Current, though. So just FYI.
I don't even know what that is. All I need to know.
Against the Current is my favorite band. That's what I said. You're a very good host, by the way. And two, they made the
No. You said BTS.
No, I said Against the Current. I said BTS, but then I said I'm not that much of a fan yet.
Well, you kind of dropped it really quickly. And in my defense, I was ordering food at the same time I was asking you that question.
That's fair. I even posted a picture with me and Against the Current in the chat.
I got a half-pounder burger, which is actually here. It's been sitting there for about an hour because been doing this. But
nice. Wait, are you actually in a restaurant at the moment or what?
No. What happened was while you were talking, I was actually on the phone because I use my phone to do the talk show. So I could still hear you, and I was hearing the guy talk in the same earphone at the same time. So I had to kind of talk to two people through the same sort of earphones. which is a bit awkward.
Quite, yeah. But
But I managed to do the order, which is pretty good.
true.
What do you mean excuses? At least I showed up, Bass.
Jesus.
Okay, so on that note, on that burn, I'll let Bass I'll let that sort of marinate for Bass. That should be the end of the show. Thank you very much for coming, guys. Really
We still
appreciate
have
you all
to
being here.
choose the meme, right?
Yes, we have to choose the MVP.
So
No.
like you're totally like gone without like you have no idea what you're doing actually with when Pope is not here.
No, it's not that. It's just that since the MVPs got used in the last giveaway, we kind of thought like, hey, do we still want to do them? And he's like, yeah, might as well just for symbolic reasons rather than not.
Okay.
So it's not going to have the same sort of implications unless we figure out what else we want to do with it going forward. But yeah, if you want to pick an MVP, go ahead. We can keep the tradition going.
Okay, so the MVP wins a hug with me, obviously.
Okay, fine.
um.
So who are the names in your mind?
Okay, so there are quite good ones. Okay, and quite some people that really were really here during the talk show. But I gotta give it to.
So you had Aria, who did the recordings, and she was interacting with you a lot. You had Matt Scott with a few memes that he made. Same with Harry. You had Dutch, who you flamed for a while. Who are you thinking of?
Okay, so Dutch is definitely up there, because without him I wouldn't be able to flame so much. It's very good practice for real life. But I'm gonna give it to Arya actually for just being awesome. But I really want to give an honorable mention to the amazing Photoshop by Leiden, because he really stands out with like his meme. Like it's amazing meme. So like I'm gonna save that one for sure.
So there you have it. Arya wins her first ever MVP.
Wait, it's the first ever?
Yeah.
That's so actually, yeah, even more reason.
I think Matt Scott's won 3. Wait, I've got the list here. So we've got Kai Wade, Matt Scott, me, Young Rat, Sylvan, Lidden, Matt Scott again, and then Arya.
Matt Scott actually didn't make any memes at all.
I think he made like 1 or 2.
Well, they're not pinned, so that's like what I looked at.
Lily was there at the beginning. She was slacking probably.
Probably. Yeah.
But I think that will be the end of the show. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thank you for Bass. He was late, but took the burn very well. Appreciate having you guys here, and we'll see you next week. As always, I'm probably going to go for dinner, so really hungry. Goodbye.
Ciao, and thanks for listening.